KHAGO tell himself to come over him live. Me do over him live. All KHAGO say, oh, big up Nesbeth. Big up Nesbeth. I 2-time reading me I promote for right.
Nesbeth, what you have to say now? Oh, you better go apologize to me. I think I foot a hype, them a run you up again. Hot them up, run you up.
Vegas, you no music liar. So me not tell us if you talk about an ordinary song.
DJ is cock up when them hear boom rhythm, so Shabadi tell we. I can't go tell a man say them song no sound good.
I'm a little son, this one me I bring Clark. We get caught between a rock and a hard place. Right. After him, they with Angel, him say me get heart attack, and then it me have to give.
I must say a lie, but now me have to come adjust it for my life. Me and KHAGO good, KHAGO text me, KHAGO say send the file. Me and KHAGO good, KHAGO tell himself to come over him live. Me do over him live, all KHAGO say, oh, big up Nesbeth. Big up Nesbeth. I 2-time reading me I promote for right. And me have a nice song on the rhythm. What stop you from even saying Nesbeth song on the rhythm name side chick save enough relationship? What? Me no know. The people them a ask for right. Vegas, you no music liar. So me not tell us if you talk about an ordinary song. Me not so dumb if I try to tell if you talk about an ordinary song. And so it is the question that I am faced with ever so often, either via phone or one-on-one see me in person. That's why I say when I say no. Because at the end of the day, if it all left up to me, it neither come nor go. But because the people them ask me and ask me, me can only give them the answer I have. I do not have a problem with you. You choose not to respond to my message for whatever reason. I applaud me, I call it applaud you. I tell you say the inspiration, you initiated that inspiration for me to be on the beat. And by extension, you and KHAGO, I like the unification. You know, we have to just a joke about it. Because I don't see why this man I never reply to my message. And more than one time I would have reached out to him, you know. And the Angel, me say me rate her and everything. Her mother have my last name. Angel always say me have family, you know. We love our work ethics. Angel hear the song and say the baddest song, the song bad. Ask her if I lie. But the question has been, I have been faced with this question and it is getting too much. I can't sit down with them because the people have not take my answer for it. They must say, you and Angel have something. Me say no. Them say they know Angel know how the song a big song and Angel not talk nothing about the song. So me I say me no know.
Artists have to just understand say. Me understand when you hear bad rhythm and you want voice on the rhythm. And you want your thing boss. Because how you going now? DJ is cock up when them hear boom rhythm. So Shabadi tell we. I can't go tell a man say them song no sound good. You see what I say? I can't go tell a man say don't go on the rhythm. You see? Because every man thinks say yo, them have a chance, you have a big song. Every man thinks say yo, yeah, after them time this, them never bust 30, 40 years ago and them want to bust now. You understand me I say? The man see an opportunity now and say yo, that rhythm ya. Whereas now the man go here say, no man no really have no claim to the rhythm of per se. And that you know, they push out of the bag say no man can't really tell a man say no vice pan it or re. Because man I go ask you say, oh you go and you want to fight over Mikey Spice rhythm. So that's the problem. You see me I say, no man can tell no man say yo, no go pan it. But this is what I want the artist to understand. Try and get proper production when you're not going to sing pan a rhythm. If you're going to sing pan a rhythm, right, where you're here on the road, I know say you want a bus, you know, but find somebody to produce a bridging. Because me enough for the song them pan a rhythm. And it's like because the rhythm has so much changes night, the whole of the song them start sound the same. And next thing to we have to understand as artists too. We just try to get back reggae in the space, you know. Because nobody never listen to reggae over there. So if you see a song or two are going on the rhythm, not try to come out, come fight it or stop it or try, you know, hate for nobody song when you see I go on and nobody song I play. So if KHAGO song alone go through and become a big hit song, me not no problem. So when a man all the things and me out there promote me, you hear along, me no come on the live, come play my song. As a matter of fact, me delete the whole I song them off my live. Me delete the whole I song them off my page. Because when you upload the song them, yeah, me I get a restriction from my Facebook.
Nesbeth, what you have to say now? I better go apologize to me. I think I foot a hype them a run up again. Hot them up, run up. Long time I tell them say a certain work. You know, see twins have you apologize.
How many did have?
Oh.
You want him?
I tell me only a Nesbeth here. Nesbeth just anxious, man.
Nesbeth, I'm you now.
KHAGO, I send it to KHAGO and say, no, to the world.
I'm nothing but against Nesbeth. Nesbeth just anxious. Me the anxious too.
Yeah. Put your body line. Put your body line.
Put Nesbeth.
Hey Nesbeth. Oh, you move like you're not taking Nazarene vows on Nesbeth. Why you beat me for? Nesbeth, me say me make 2 videos, you know. If you burn you out and God make them can't post. Every time I try to post it, God say internet don't work. 2 times, you know. One time I make one 10-minute video, you know, and it can't go up. I make one 1 minute. I walk in now, man, you have Nesbeth. Me say me make 2 videos per year, none of them can go up.
Can't post.
Me say me just tell some that lie for you. You. God said, leave him, KHAGO. Leave him. Me not tell you say Nesbeth, remember me underneath one whole heap of pressure, man. And me get to a new bus and I get new breasts for suck off. You think say me have to take a 2 weeks for suck 2 new breasts? 13 years now. Me not get a new breast or you come and bother me, Nesbeth.
Remember your KHAGO. Remember say you don't have to wait for it song to get new breasts in. Remember you have your things set in a fire.
I care zero.
Yeah.
I type of breast, quality breast then. Quality type of breast me I get now. I have to take a 2 week Jesus, to enjoy myself.
New breast, yeah?
Take your song, dog, just understand, so you don't know.
See.
I understand Nesbeth now.
Life a blessing, man. I have some man. I love and more love the Vegas cars and the unity make me really come from the beat.
Me no have no unity with no man in a Nesbeth. Me a hooligan. You understand your song bad. Me a hooligan and be a hypocrite in a dancehall and reggae music. But me like your music. Me just know me and Nesbeth no have nothing. But if you want me cuss you tell me, you know. You song bad, man. You song bad. I have to understand, say.
Side chick general.
A side chicks. Listen, me just remember, you know. Remember your Nesbeth. You see, this a journey I was part of the pan right now. I know if you know one man, brother. And if you give me strength, me I go accept this strength. Me just couldn't get round to it right now. If you understand, say, it's song. Me have to take a time look into it because when me did have a wife, if me did have a side chick, maybe me that still have my wife.
Rocking, Jamaica land, Jamaica people, we love, you know. Yeah, man, no matter how you look, man, no matter how you feel, man, you know what I mean? Just go and keep the eye them head. We see what go on, you know. We see a whole heap of dead fowl. Yeah, a whole heap of rotten fowl, then we then sell off. We see what go on, man, and we heart a bleed. This is what I say, but we just hope so the Almighty step in quick and fast and clear up if we clear up because you don't know, we not deserve what go on still as a people. We soon come talk some things, man. Just keep the eye, the mind, eyes and everything open. Be alert. The world is changing. It's all an illusion. They want us to be confused and not aware of our consciousness. So don't make them fool the eye them. You hear that? Stay alert. Protect your family. Start do some farming anywhere you have land. You hear that?
Me and Cartel and my father has never done a song before.
Yes.
During we were alliance and all that.
Yes.
It was Mavada and Cartel who had some collab and me and Cartel had some collab, but it was never Bounty Killer, Mavada and Cartel on the same track.
Right.
So this is a historical moment musically and then personally now to see Mavada and Cartel unite.
Yes.
After fame, ego, fans, and controversy came between all of us from 06.
Yes.
And the Gully and the Gaza. And
Yes.
Yo, this is just exactly what we was picturing when we were younger.
And Killer, we can't not mention the fact that many years ago we saw Buju and Cartel and the mic thing. I used to stand up for Cartel.
No, but
now
all
today.
of that now, then there's another segment that
Yeah.
at the first time when we are bringing Cartel about
Long
99.
Time. Long time.
That about 1999 over Fort Clarence Beach. Then time the Buju have no idea who he is. And then time him never have no songs.
Yes.
And me and him alone have the collaboration Gal Clown. And then now, how me I do it now, me I try push the youth them in my segment. Because if I put him in an early segment, the people them remember him.
True.
So me come in with that thing then now when I take the risk, stop his show and call in nobody where you don't know. And then now, if them feel me, the show get damaged, you know. But most of the time they doesn't because they have the talent. I mean, I run the risk of that person. I mean, I think have something for offer.
True.
So that was the case with me and Cartel. So Buju things say a killer and Buju time now.
Yes.
Where young artists are go.
Yeah.
Because I never understand what me I do at the time. Because them time the Alliance wasn't around. Remember 2002 after the Alliance True. Farm and Alliance did have scare them with bus and gone about them business. So a Cartel was me like a party, me never have no Alliance crew yet. So it was a situation where a misunderstanding one.
Yeah.
Because Buju and Killer the pan stage now, Buju thinks that me and him fair run it now, the little sidekick for chill. But me and him have a song.
Yeah.
And I want to plug. So that did happen, so people don't even realize. So them I try crucify Buju, but if you know it's how me deal with it, because it wasn't any ignorance Buju I deal with.
Right.
It's just things at our time now.
True.
Because some big artists work.
True.
That's why I didn't have to deal with it on a cool level. And then Buju is a man who me look up to one of my inspiration.
Right.
And I'm like a son, this one me I bring Claude. We get caught between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
A family issue this.
Yes, and you never even wait till after you deal with
No, because it's something we address in front of the people them, so you can't wait for to do nothing about it. You have to take action now. And then me look up to Buju, so me not gonna take it personal. Me have to just make him know say, yo brother, look at you, this how we are bringing him are the next man, you know.
Yes.
Boom, bang, bang. But as me tell you, I've never seen with me before.
Yes.
And I like willful, skillful with me apart now where everybody get a little him say. Him a kill a little sidekick.
Yeah.
You understand? So it was in early stage of the first big show that me bring him on pan. And that transpired. And then now as you say now, historically now, Barclays Center, we see Buju and Cartel make a peace and embrace that. And then now, Adi Bantan.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Adi was an inspiration from Buju.
Yes.
He even named himself.
Yes.
And the perfect way God make me deal with it. Because we love Buju both. Me look up to Buju, the melody we bust me is Kappa Shot, you know. Come from Batty Rider, you know. Big it up, y'all in your Batty Rider. Kappa Shot, remember me telling you trust. Buju, we are DJ like them time there. And in me, Adi Bantan, so the whole with our inspiration that. So it couldn't cause no commotion, but we have to just make it know, say, and under disrespect. And him and the next second thing we will find.
Right.
So just give them a blight and just watch them grow. And see there, Cartel become this monument. And when them try to take him away from us, because God is the greatest. So this moment is so much to me. Me, Buju, Cartel, Movado, Khalid, and then me met Khalid from 1994.
Let me tell you something, England. London sold out for September 4th. London sold out for September 5th. France, that are Paris, sold out. All of the people them in Birmingham get on the ticket them before it's too late. We have at least 7 hours, maybe 8. And watch now, Amsterdam, almost roll out. Vibes Cartel will be there, that's why I do the video for sure. So I will roll out. And remember, what this under my nose. Cloud.
How can you say you love God in which you cannot see, yet you cannot love who you can see? First, we are say that. We are say you have to love who you can see. First, because who you can see is a manifestation of who you think you cannot see. That is really what it is all about. Who you can see is a manifestation of who you think you cannot see. There was a man in a village, say him really want to find God. He want to find the highest level of consciousness that you know about. So I'm going to go to some sage, some priest or monk, to tell him which part him can go and what can he do to reach the level of what I call nirvana, heaven, blissfulness, utopia. Well, the first one I'm going to tell him, he must go down in another village and he must see a lot of women, beautiful women, and them will satisfy all his desires and make him reach the nirvana, or what you call blissfulness. So him travel for days and go down to the village, buck up and whole heap of women, and after him done go through everything, him find out, say, no, him no find God, or where him a look for. Him no find the consciousness where him a look for. Him still have to find out now which part this consciousness there, which part this heights of levels, this what them call God, the Buddha, which part him there. So him start to ask a next stage again now and say, alright, there's a war in a next village. If you go down there and allow the people them to win that battle, you will find the God that you're searching for. So I'm taking sword and all the things that were necessary for fight, and go down in the village and fight in the war, and it's so happened that the village where I fight for win the battle. But when they win the battle and them win the battle, him realize, say, but him not find where I look for. So him have to go find a next monk, priest or sage. And the monk tell him, say, alright, there's a mountain. When you look up there, you see almost like the clouds upon the side of the mountain. You're going to go up to that mountain, and in that mountain there's a cave. And you're going to go into the cave, and you're going to find a book. And that book will lead you to where you look for. The level of consciousness where you look for, you will find it in that book. So we're going to tell you the next part of the story after they had them. We're on the cutting edge. For those of you who just joined me, we was talking as a story, we was telling a story actually about a man who was searching for God, searching for that heights, that nirvana, that utopia. And we were saying that him passed through villages that was in war, and him helped them win the war, village with a lot of beautiful women. Him had him way with them. And now him find out one now tell him, say, look here now, there's a mountain top that you have to go to. And there's a cave, and you're going to go in that cave. And you're going to see a book, and you will find what you're looking for. The thing is that him did have to go back through the village them, and him have to go back to where he was coming from originally. But him actually never come from the mountain top. Him was right under in the valley of the mountain. So him turn back and it take him days to travel. He maybe buck up on a place where is more riches that him could have ever say. And the riches that where him could have say, even though him see the riches and realize him could have attained that riches, it still never give him that fulfillment where I look for, that God where I look for, that search where I look for. So him reach the mountain and him decide say I'm gonna go up the mountain. And him start to trek up to the mountain till him reach a cave. When him reach a cave, him go inside of the cave. And him see the biggest book him ever see. Big book. Never seen such a large book before. And him say, okay, because you know I don't know this will work because there's nobody here but me. And the monk did say, I'm going to find God up here. But how can I find God in a place where I alone is with a book? So him say, so him remember to say, he must open the book. So him got to know, and him decides say him going to open the book. Him open the book to page 1. And what him see in the page was a mirror. And him said, this come like a game, you know. This come like a joke business. So him turn the next page and him see a mirror. And these 2 pages are reflect himself in it. And him keep turning the pages and all him say upon the pages was mirrors of himself, was reflections of himself. And him really try to figure out what the hell is happening here now, because how can this man send him on such a long journey to find a book with mirrors, the book of mirrors that only reflect him. And then him say a man coming out of a dark place. Where them look is a see a monk. Where them tell him say must come to the mountaintop, to the cave. And him say the book. And in that book him will find God. The sage come out, him look on the sage and say, what kind of joke is this? I've traveled so far, for days traveling on this mountain. And you told me that if I come to this book and open the book, I will find what I'm looking for. The monk looked upon him and said, you have found what you're looking for, but it's just because what you're looking for look like you, why you choose not to accept it. Because really and truly, the God that you're searching for is you. Yes, the mystery of God is always a mystery to man, even though it's man design all of the concepts and ideas. And him try to project it outside of himself and not recognizing that all him trying to do is find himself. All him trying to do is find himself. But sometimes searching for yourself carry you through different trials and tribulations, agony and pain, and sometimes joy and happiness too. We all search for that nirvana, that utopia, that never-ending bliss. But most of we grow up to search for it outside of ourselves. And we lose trust in ourselves. You know, sometimes them say, you are what you eat. I say, you are what you think. You are what you think. And sometimes your mind carry you in some places where your body can't ever go. But it's still you I go there. Because there's no mind in mind. So come back now to the first question where we ask. Suppose you're looking at a mirror, and when you're looking at the mirror, you don't see yourself. What would you think? Because we remember growing up, and we watch Dracula movie, like Dark Shadows, for those of you who are like me, and Barnabas Collins, the Dracula, we always realize in reflection not show in a mirror. In reflection don't show in the mirror. And that's a scary thing. If you're a human being and your reflection don't show in the mirror. And then there is Medusa. Medusa the Gargan. For those of you who don't know about Greek mythology, I could tell you about Medusa. Medusa was a mythological woman who lived in a cave. And all her hair was snake. Snake in her head, just a grow up in her head, pure snake. Look like a locks. One of them thick up locks. But according to the mythology, is snake. So this woman grows snake in her head. And she live in a cave. And anyone will look upon her, face to face, eye to eye, them turn stone. Anyone will look upon her, face to face, turn stone. And this man, I don't remember what his name, him decide say, this woman is a terrible thing, she have to get rid of. So I'm going to find out now, how can he get rid of this woman without him looking upon her? So I'm take him shield and him sword and go up in the cave, and next cave argument again. And next cave argument in the night, yeah. But this story is very important to the scheme of things. Because it's a kind of wisdom and faith and understanding that is not in the Bible. Because not only in the Bible we find things to live by, even though we grew up in a society that make you feel that way. So this man take him sword and him shield, and him decides he's going to kill Medusa because she is the reason of many men dying, trying to look at her and turn to stone. So I'm going to the cave now, and the woman come out, Medusa, the Gargan. I know a whole heap of you might have heard that word already, the Gargan. Man did a sing song already, but I am the Gargan in this time. Well, the Gargan is referring to that Greek mythological woman named Medusa. She's the Gargan. So, Medusa come out, and what the man did was so ingenious. Him take him shield and hold in front of him face. That when Medusa look upon the shield, she see her reflection, and guess what? She turn to stone. That is how him get rid of Medusa, the Gargan. Him just hold up the shield in front of him face, and Medusa look upon the shield and see her own reflection and turn to stone. No blood shed. She just turned to stone. Now, the argument is, I wonder if a person who don't see themselves in the mirror is really stone in them heart. Because no one looks in a mirror and don't see them reflection. And if you should look into the mirror and don't see your reflection, it means say, trust me, you do have no heart. You do have no heart. But because we know say in every man's chest there is a heart. We have to figure out now, why is it that we're behaving like we stone? Why is it that we're behaving like the mirror that we're looking at take away spirit? Because some people actually believe that too. That's why them don't keep mirror in them house. Because them feel that the spirit of the human being exists in the mirror. Them don't want the mirror take away them spirit. In some places, amongst our aboriginal people, indigenous people, them don't like you take them picture. Because them feel say, when you take them picture, you take part of them. And them soul is very important to them. So, maybe, if you're looking at your mirror more often, maybe something would have joke you for say, but me no stone. Me is human, flesh and blood, and me have a heart. And sometimes when we behave harshly with people and all these youth are run up and down over the place, them need to look in the mirror. So a man sing a song, Michael Jackson to be precise, say, take a look at the man in the mirror. Woe unto those who look in the mirror and don't see themselves. Because then you know, say, you are dead. Or you're on the cusp of dying. Becoming like a stone that do have no heart. And a whole heap of we are walk around the place now. Like we do have no heart. Because all of we have a heart. All of we have a feeling. All of we think. No matter how cruel and wicked the thought is, but we think. And we recognize and understand that if a man look in the mirror and see himself reflecting, him should take a stock, because that reflection is God. Because if we go back to the old Bible, and the Bible said, God make man in his own image. An image is a physical manifestation of something that is tangible or touchable. An image is not something mysterious. An image, if a man make an image of something, it look like it's something that he make. Therefore, it's a manifestation of something else. But it replicate the something that him look on and make the image. So when it say God make man in his own image, it really say man of God. Because the same way how I look is the same way how God look. And vice versa. And likewise it's true. If a woman looking at the mirror and see herself, she have to come to the conclusion and say, I am God. But how much people want to accept that? Because them love to talk about God outside of themselves. That is really what them a try do. Them a try to talk about God outside of themselves. And the only God that exists is the one that is you. And all the arguments surrounding that is created by man. All the arguments surrounding about who, what, where, when, why, how God is supposed to be what, is created by man. Even the understanding that when you're looking at the mirror is an image of God you look upon. Even that was created by man. So we have to recognize the purpose, or our purpose, when we look in the mirror. The man in the mirror, and to an extent the woman in the mirror, is the only manifestation of what we're searching for inside ourselves and in others. The man say, how can you say you love God in which you cannot see, yet you cannot love who you can see? First, we are say that. We are say, you have to love who you can see first, because who you can see is a manifestation of who you think you cannot see. That is really what it is all about. Who you can see is a manifestation of who you think you cannot see. So we have to draw up a belt and a buckle and forget about all of the whole heap of this and the whole heap of that and the frills and the chills that put around it. You know, here some people try to give them deity all the accolades and the this and the that, when you cannot make it greater or lesser than what it is. What it is what it is. It's just simple that what it is what it is. So when we look, according to the Egyptian book of the dead, or them call it the coming forth by day, to see the goodness in things, you have to see yourself in that thing. So make repeat that. To see the goodness in things, you have to see yourself in the thing. Because that is the only way you can recognize the I and I concept. There's no me and you, or them and us. It's I and I. Reflection of self. If you want to make a change, take a look in the mirror and start with yourself. That is really what it's happening to, and we are sending a messenger straight out to the youth them out there who take the opportunity to listen to them hours and night, yeah. Even though the rain a fall too, you understand? I mean, no say you're going to your yard still because yeah, say, you know, when the police come go and angry, you know, we say they're in your yard and turn on your radio and you say, Muta, come on, you know, I have to listen to him. You understand? So we just tell you, say, listen to what we are talking about, because it might sound complicated, but it's a reality and it's a truth. And most of the times when we are quote the Bible, we are sure you say there's other things and other books where have certain mythologies and certain reasoning and consciousness that we can really grasp tonight, because the majority of people them outside of the Western world, yeah, the majority of people don't live in the West, the Western world. Because India and China have so much people there, you understand? And then people that don't use the book where we use to really come to no fullness understanding of self. So we just say that as a by the way thing. But we know so we shall be released. We have to be released from a whole heap of things. Whole heap of things we have to get released from. We're there with you, going through the paces. We are trying to bring to your attention certain levels, you understand? Because it's not every day we get to do it, and not every day you get to hear something outside of where you're really used to. Because we have to define ourselves in this time, especially as African people. We are going around, it seems to make we kind of almost lose focus. You know, we have to continue to keep focus. Well, a distraction around you will make you feel like that more important. Make you lose focus. So we have to say, we don't want you to lose focus. Because if you lose focus, you're going to take your eye off of the prize. And we're talking about liberation and freedom. That is what we are talking about. That's all we are talking about, really. Liberation and freedom. We're not talking about nothing else, because that is what we need. As African people, we need liberation and freedom. You know, and sometimes we make it look like we're free still. But I only probably don't know freedom, because them put in a cocoon make we feel like say we're free. And really and truly, some little Mickey Mouse freedom, according to a lucky do, but I say. A Mickey Mouse freedom, you know, and we sup it up. Yeah, we sup it up. We sup it up in a way where it starts to become our daily bread, our daily food. And we still find ourselves in the same position and situation. Truly free is much more than what we are experiencing now. Yeah, when you're free, it's much more than what you experience. You know, we look at people say, well, we're talking about we're free. Oh, you mean? You know, say we're free. You know, see, we are walk up and down and that. Yeah. That is where you think. That is where you think, because you don't really know what is true freedom. How it is, how it feels to be liberated. Because that is how we get trapped. We get trapped in that argument of, yeah, you know, we can go here, so and go there, so and go here, so. And that is where we take as freedom. But you cannot imagine if you come out of the cave, which is the next story about cave again. You know, the people in the cave, for them realities in the cave, you know. And them living in the cave and feel them free. Of course them free, but them free as it relates to inside of the cave. When one man come out of the cave and say, but wait, there's things outside of the cave that we never experienced yet. I wonder if we don't know them story there. That's some serious story them, you know. The man them in the cave. Everybody in the cave. And that is them reality. Them reality is what is in the cave. And once somebody come out of the cave and go see different life and come back, come tell them. And there's one rotted, guys like they try to take away from them freedom now by telling them, say, something other than what them are experiencing at the cave exists outside of the cave. Much more than what them are experiencing at the cave is outside of the cave. And him become them enemy. Yes, him go experience something outside the cave and come back, come tell them, and now him become them enemy. Who tell him to go tell them that? Because that is what our freedom look like. Our freedom is bound inside a cave. And you think say you're free. The only reason why you think say you're free because you don't know nothing outside of that confines, the confines of the cave. You don't know. You know, it's like a man in a prison and him get locked in him cell. And then him let out if you go in the yard, go do certain activities, play football or, you know, play do what you want to do. That to him is freedom. Him come out of the confines of the cave, the cell. Him come out of the confines of solitary. So to him now that is freedom, even though there's 4 walls that confine him to that space. And people outside of that space can tell him so there's more to be experienced outside than there inside of that space. There's more to be experienced outside of the cave than inside of the cave. But as I say, people who sometimes talk that truth about what lies beyond the cave, tend to sometimes become the enemy. Yes, sometimes you become the enemy because you speak that truth, that there's more to be experienced outside of the cave. You know, it's like, wow. So we just pass that on to the people them in the night, yeah. You understand? We just say, experience teacheth wisdom. Experience not teach. Knowledge is one thing, you know, wisdom is the other. Experience is what you actually become a part of in the doing, in the realization of the thing that is happening. You become a part of it. That is experience. Knowledge is when you actually sit and get a perspective of certain things. You know, you don't have to experience knowledge. Knowledge comes through what we call now education. You get a certain education, you become knowledgeable. You know, it's like you're in a laboratory and you do a theory. Outside of the lab, you do theory. And the theory now, you have to go inside of the lab to make it get practical. Get the litmus paper them and test and do all sorts of tests to find what is practical, what can be done and what can be not, that you can do. So people sometimes hold on upon theory continuously. They have a theoretical understanding of things and find themselves get clawed into it.